So I have a very exciting video up my sleeve for you today. I really wanted to do some old school 2016 makeup, do something dramatic, do a cut crease, but then I thought, what if 2016 and 2024 met today, fell in love and had a baby? What would that makeup look like? And this is what I came up with. We're doing 2016 makeup, but we're giving it a little bit of an update, a little bit of an upgrade, because there were certain things about 2016 makeup that I'm just like not into anymore at all. But what 2016 has is the drama. They went there, like we went there with the cut crease, the contour, the matte, the crazy highlight. So I added in a lot of those aspects to this look, but it is a little bit more updated. We have a little bit more elongation with the eyes while still doing the cut crease. We've got some intense contour and a frosty highlight without going, you know, highlight from space sort of highlight. So we've got a nice mix going on, and I am just in love with this. I hope you love this just as much as I do. If you end up recreating this look, please tag me on Instagram. And at the very least, I hope that this just gives you some inspiration to either try new looks or step outside the box. We've been doing the no makeup clean girl trend for like 4 years now. And it's time to bring the drama. So I hope that this gives you all of the inspiration. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna walk you through this step by step. Ooh, I am so tired. The last like 3 days, I've been exhausted. I started a new workout routine last week and just acclimating, and I'm tired. Been doing a lot of lifting again, which I took like a 6 month break. And it feels amazing to lift again, but now I'm just like, whoo. Anyway, let's zoom in and get started on this. So I'll start with my face. I did my eyes first in the Mob Wife makeup tutorial, and I hate doing that. I mean, it worked for that video, but I just feel, I don't know, I feel like I don't do my makeup as good, and it's quicker when I do my face first. Put these back. We have a couple of new makeup products too that we're gonna use today, so I'm really excited. And also let me show you my inspo picture. This is from, pretty sure it's by Brianna Mackenzie. She does like the best makeup looks ever. This is sort of my inspo for today. It's a cut crease, but it's not all the way. She kind of blows out the liner, and I'm feeling like this needs to be a little bit more 2016, because this is still a little bit more in the 2020s. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're gonna do it today. So I'm gonna start with the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, my favorite, and prime my skin. I'm also gonna prime down my chest because I'm gonna bring my foundation down my neck and chest so that it all matches. Okay, and then for foundation, I'm gonna use the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint. I did order my correct shade on Amazon. This is in the shade 120. It's probably still gonna be a little bit too dark for me just because I'm so fair, but I refuse to go Snow White. It does have a little dropper. So we'll see how this goes. She's the only one I got. Da, 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 da. And start blending it in on the skin. So beautiful. This foundation gives such a beautiful finish. Just like a nice radiance to it, which I guess for 2016 makeup, I should have gone more matte, but that's okay. I really wanted to try this today. Oh, that's so beautiful. I love that foundation. It definitely oxidized, by the way. When I first put it on, it looked like, okay, that's gonna work really well. I probably should have went for like a, I don't know if they have like a 110 situation, maybe even a little lighter, because wow, that's actually my tan shade for the 120. I'm actually gonna do the regular Tarte Shape Tape. I used that the other day and I really loved it. I haven't used this in years. So this will be really nice paired with this foundation because the foundation is very radiant. So I'm gonna put a little bit here and here just to help, because I do get more oily, and since this is more matte, it will work really nicely. So I'm gonna use my beauty blender and start patting this in on the skin. And yeah, I don't know if I fully said what I needed to say, but this concealer is very full coverage, and it's going to be really nice in contrast with the glowy foundation to have like a more matte under eye, at least for me, because I do get so oily, especially in this area. If I get oily here, it's just not it's not it. So keeping this little like inner cheek area more matte is pretty crucial for me. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Over my face with the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And now for bronzer. I'm gonna use this one from MAC. I think I got this either over the summer or last summer. It had to have been recently. I have this in the color Matte Deep Rosy. It looks like this. So I'm gonna pick it up on my brush and lightly bronze up the skin. Sides of the forehead, jawline. And to contour, I finally picked up this palette. I have been eyeing this for like 2 years. This is from MAC. It's the Studio Fix palette, I guess. Oh, Sculpt and Shape Contour Palette. This is what it looks like. You guys, you know I am a whore for this bone beige color. Let me show you mine if you've missed any of my tutorials in the last however long. This is bone beige. And guess what? They stopped making this by itself. Pissed. I'm pissed. But at least you can get it in a contour palette. And there's a couple colors in there that I haven't tried before. So, this color is Sculpt, which is also in that palette. And so is this. This is Emphasize. It's a shaping powder that goes under the eyes and gives kind of like a sheen. It's gorgeous. Here we have Emphasize Cream, which I don't have, and then Accentuate, which I also did have in that palette as well. This is Bone Beige, my favorite. This is Sculpt, and then this is Taupe. And I haven't tried Taupe before. So we're going to play around. I'm actually going to start with Taupe because I'm curious. I think that this will work really well. By the way, I do have this in the light and medium. They do have a darker one as well if these are too light for you. I'm excited. 2016 contour was something else. I had a video go viral on like how I contour my face for a round face shape. And to be honest, now, I don't do all of the steps that I do in that video, but a lot of the shapes that I create in that video, I still do to this day. Do I go in with like creams and powders and everything all the time? Sometimes, but it's definitely on a more chill level. But I feel like a lot of how I still do makeup to this day still stemmed from that realm and that time period. So I'm thankful for all of those very dramatic looks and creations. So I still like to bring my contour in like an angular motion. That's what I always did back then because I was in a very unhealthy state during that time and I was very inflamed and I wanted to look more sculpted. And so I learned how to, it's basically like a more masculine contour, honestly, but it really helped me personally because it helped to really give the illusion of a slimmer face shape. And so anytime I feel more inflamed, I go more dramatic with this because it boosts my confidence. But I always kind of play around. I'll do a little bit more, a little bit less. So anyway, all of that backstory to bring you my updated contour routine that still pays homage to 2016 contour me. Anyway, okay, so I bring it here and I kind of go in this little angle like I did back then. So instead of like bringing it straight or cupping, I bring it down almost like this way, like that. And then I kind of bring it up here so it makes like a little S. I'm gonna add a little bit of Bone Beige because Bone Beige gives like a rosy hue. It's beautiful. So I'm just gonna layer that with this just because I feel like you're not gonna be able to tell, but I can. And then I'm gonna bring just a little bit of that color up on the sides of the forehead. And then of course, the jawline. I'm using Sculpt just to do a little bit of contouring on the nose. And now I'm going into cream and I'm just cleaning that up a little bit. I'm gonna use the cream also here underneath the contour as well. Now, I don't let this like sit and bake. I just apply it and then I dust it away. I feel like that's enough brightening for me. And now for my blush, this is an old school blush. They don't make this formula of it anymore, but they do have this. It's just reformulated and a little bit different, but this is Warm Soul from MAC. a good old school classic blush. Love this. I'm gonna pick this up, apply this on the cheeks. Again, I do prefer an angled motion rather than on the ball of my cheek because it creates more angles in my face rather than roundness. Up on the forehead. And then for highlight, I'm using a classic highlighter. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome face highlighter. This one's in the color Molten Gold. And I'm going to just apply a little bit of this because if we did 2016 makeup, it would be so frosty. I'm gonna show you how you can use this just a little lighter if you don't want such a frosty highlight. So I'm gonna pick this up on my F35 brush from Sigma. And I'm gonna pull back on my brush. Now, if you want a very intense highlight, you wanna hold closer to your bristles. I don't wanna apply as much, so I'm gonna hold further back and just rock it and wiggle it. And now you can always add more. So I kind of want it to be a little bit more intense. The other thing is if you rock with your fingers as opposed to rocking with your arm. If you rock with your whole arm, it's going to apply more product. So if you like really want a frosty highlight, hold close here and rock with your whole arm. They're gonna see you from space. 2016 was all about the exclamation point nose. And you know what? I never strayed. I love an exclamation point nose. Now, I always softened it, even back then, but we love her because she helps to snatch a nose. And I don't care if you're into the clean girl, aesthetic, vibe, whatever. I think a snatched nose is always in. Exclamation point and then a little blend. We love her. I also bring it here. Beautiful. I feel like a 2016 me probably would have went a little bit more intense with the contour. We might revisit that once the eyes are done, but for now I'm feeling comfortable. Moving on to my eyebrows. So brows are gonna be a lot different than they were back then. They were very filled in and very sculpted. That's something that I'm not willing to compromise on because I've had a good thing going with my brows lately. Scared to even say that because I feel like by saying that they might not turn out very good today. But I'm gonna give it a shot. So this is my current routine. I got a request for an updated eyebrow routine video. We'll see. Maybe I will do that. Let me know if that's something that you want to see. But I'm gonna show you what I do right now. This is the Glossier Boy Brow. This is just like the best stuff ever. It has a teeny tiny little wand. Gorgeous. So I start by bringing this through my brows first and foremost. I have the shade brown. Okay, that has dried a little bit. I'm gonna go in with another layer. Oh shit, sometimes that happens. We can clean that up. And then I've been going in with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the color Brunette. This is what that looks like. And once these are dried, then I'll go in and fill them in. But I like to do the brow gel first because I feel like look at how much is already filled in. It's looking a little crazy. It's looking like very short. But I feel like this takes care of the fronts and the ends. And then the majority of it, like I don't have to bring the majority of this through the brow because the gel did that. Okay, brows are done. I feel like they look crazy. Like I said, as soon as I start, number one, if I do my brows in here, and number two, I talked about it and how I've been on a good brow routine. I feel like they look a little crazy, but that's okay. Moving on to the eyeshadow. So we're gonna use Painterly Paint Pot from MAC because it wouldn't be a 2016 tutorial without this. I did put concealer on my eyes already, but this is just going to ensure that we are nice and primed. And then set with powder, and we are good to go. So I think today I'm gonna be using the Modern Renaissance palette from Anastasia because this has a mix of warm and cool tone shades, and her eye look is definitely very neutral. I'm gonna start with Golden Ochre. Instead of starting in the outer corner like I normally would, I'm gonna start on the inner corner and just bring this right here on the inner socket of the eye. Okay, I'm now gonna go into Raw Sienna because that Golden Ochre was practically invisible. And now I'm gonna grab Warm Taupe, which is this taupey color. Again, leaving the outer part blank. And I'm just kind of rocking back and forth, holding like halfway down my brush. gonna grab a little bit of burnt orange and work that into this as well. Just doing a bunch of layering here, basically. I'm grabbing a clean brush. This is a Smith 230, and I'm just making those edges kind of disappear into nothing, the outer edges, and then also up here by the brow. We are now going to go into that rougher number 29 brush. This is one of the ones that I used in my last tutorial. And I'm going to grab Cypress Umber, which is one of my, if not my number one favorite, like dark espresso brown eyeshadow. And we're gonna make a little line here, like a little curved line. I'm gonna look down into my mirror so I can see this area right here. And create this line. Most of the pigment to be right here, right where this like main area is. Sometimes it helps to look straight ahead to see where your crease is and maybe go just a touch above it so that you can still see this design. If you have hooded eyes, looking down won't be as helpful. You'll want to look straight ahead into your mirror so you can see exactly where to map this out. And then it looks like this kind of goes down, but it disappears. So it does kind of come down like it would be a cut crease. It just ends up disappearing. So you want this to go down, but yes. Now I'm going to grab Real Gar, this bright orange shade, and with this same little brush, I'm going to kind of stay really close to this line. Make sure this doesn't go below the line. You want this to stay above or right on, because it looks like she's got some warmth in there. The key to doing any type of cut crease is to work light to dark and then blend out with your light colors and just work really, really slowly. You don't want to go too overboard right away. Just slowly build up your look. I'm gonna go back into the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm gonna put a dollop on the back of my hand, and I have a flat little concealer brush. This is an Anastasia 18. Pick that up, and we're gonna carve out the front part. So put the most product, doot, right there. Open your eye, and then work off of what you got. Okay, I'm gonna take a flat brush with some face powder. These are discontinued from Makeup Forever, but they made like a whole new formula. I'm guessing they have similar shades, if not the same shade. Just, I hate when brands do that. Anyway, just any kind of powder. You could take the ones from the contour palette. I'm gonna set the lid with this and also kind of bring it up. Diffuse that edge. This continues to just disappear. Time for eyeliner. So she does kind of like a smoky wing. I think if I do a smoky wing, it's not going to be as 2016 as I want it to be. I'm going to grab a brown liquid liner. This is from Too Faced. It's the Better Than Sex liquid liner, and it's in chocolate. So I'm going to do a wing with this. I do want to smoke this up a little bit. I'm going to grab some burnt orange, maybe a touch of Real Gar, and I'm going to start here right at the edge, start diffusing it a little bit. Grab a little bit of Cypress Umber. See, I just, that just like made it more, you know? Looks like she has like an inner corner situation happening, just a slight one. I'm gonna attempt that. Lately, I just feel I haven't been the best at that, but we are gonna try. So I'm gonna use Cypress Umber to do this. I did add a touch of the liquid liner. I don't know how I did it, but here we are. This one's kind of starting to like bleed a little bit, but I'll have to, let me fix that right now, actually. All right, let me powder my face because I'm like so oily. All right, for the bottom lash line, I don't know what I want to do. Let's just start with some raw sienna and bring this underneath. Grabbing a little bit of warm taupe. So I added a little bit of Real Gar under there as well. I'm looking at this picture and I know I wanted to do more of a wing and hers is more like it poofs out into nothing. I kind of want to do just a little bit more of this poof. So I'm gonna start by trying to blend this out a little bit. So I'm gonna go into raw sienna here and just go directly over this wing and start blending it out. Yes, it's like exactly what I needed. I needed a little bit of softness between the lid and the liner because the cut crease is so intense. I need a little buffer. I'm gonna grab Tempura. Meep. I'm gonna grab Tempura, which is like a bright white vanilla. Bring that right on the lid. Kind of go up. Add some Warm Taupe and Real Gar mixed together on the lower lash line, focusing it on the outer part. I'm gonna grab a nude eyeliner, you know, my jam, but I'm gonna put this in the waterline, but only on the inner part, avoiding any sort of dark there. So like right here, kind of like right in the center. And then a chocolate brown eyeliner on the outer part. I'm going back into the nude just to kind of like blend that line in between. So we have a fade. I know it's so specific, but it did what I wanted it to do. I'm gonna highlight my brow with some highlighter. And then right here under that line, I'm gonna go into the YSL Lash Clash mascara. I've been loving this. Guys, it is February 1st and it is 50 degrees out today. And I hear geese flying. Like, are they coming back up? Y'all better wait. Everyone's driving their motorcycle today. For my lashes, I'm going into the 422 lashes from Ardell. And I cut off quite a bit off the end, so I have just a smaller lash. And I'm applying it in a way so that it goes a little bit higher on the outer corner. That's definitely something that is more of an updated lash look, where I feel like 2016 was a lot more wide and open. But I feel like paired with the cut crease, this is a nice little twist to keep it focused on the outer part. I'm gonna grab my MAC Extended Play mascara and add just a little tiny bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Okay, let's move on to the lips. I'm gonna go into Pat McGrath Contour Lip Pencil. It's a gorgeous nude, kind of cool toned. And 2016 was all about the matte lipstick, so I'm gonna grab my Makeup by Mario Sierra lipstick. I'm gonna apply that on the lips. That's orange. I'm grabbing a little bit of Honey Love from MAC to kind of like neutralize that a little bit. That was a little warm for my liking. This is totally unnecessary, but I'm adding a little bit of Roll from MAC into the crease because it's gonna be the perfect orange to warm this up a little bit, because it just started to go really cool toned and I feel like Real Gar is a little too intense. We need a bright orange to help bring this to life. If you don't see it and you don't notice the difference, skip the step. It does not need to be that complicated. But for me, with undertones and the whole look, I needed a little bit of that in here. And I need it here as well. Again, you're probably not gonna be able to notice a difference, but to me, it makes all the difference. All right, to complete this look, well, first I need to powder because I am oily, but I might just deepen up my contour just a touch. I know it's deep, trust me, I know. You just need a little something, 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 just to make the 2016 come alive even more. Okay, I think that is it for the look. Let me spray me down with some setting spray. I'm gonna quickly change my earrings. These are from Revolve. They're these like really chunky hoops. Whew. All right, we are all done. I love this look so much. You know what's so interesting? Like, I haven't done a look like this in forever, and I still got it. Like, the last two looks, the Mob Wife and this one, are two of my favorite looks. Like, this is so pretty. This is very, very 2016 with this cut crease. Like, this is bringing back so many memories, but I don't like One thing about that type of look is I don't like how like bug eye it would make my eyes. Like I would just be like, you know, because I would also rim my whole lower waterline with nude liner, and it would just be like, we've got that like cut crease going on, but we added the more fox eye version to it that's very clean girl, very, you know, I think that started in 2020. Just, I mean, it is a winged liner, but it is more of like a blown out winged liner with the inner corner and just like creating a more almond shape effect to the eyes. So I think that the mix between the two and having the cut crease not go all the way down really complements the cut crease. And I am really loving this look. I do not want to take this off. Oh, I love this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little rendition of 2016 meets 2024 in this little cut crease cat eye situation. I hope you love it just as much as I do. If there's anything else you want to see from me, let me know. I'm seeing your requests for colorful looks, and I have a colorful look in mind coming up, something for Valentine's Day. I haven't done color in a long time either. So thank you so much for all of your requests. Thank you for all the love on all of these like old school tutorials. I'm excited to be just incorporating a little bit more of those into my channel while also doing vlogs and just kind of balancing it all out. I feel like it's nice to take a little bit of a break for a bit and focus on, you know, just some things, and feeling really excited to be creating these. So thank you for all of your requests and all of your love on them. Thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.